it was just fun to be out there with the guys, man. Like I said, it's been rough, like mentally for me.
This is wild. LeBron James just hinted at something nobody expected, putting Dwight Howard on blast, suggesting Dwight avoided sharing locker rooms with teammates because he was hiding something. And now people are asking whether the NBA may have known and quietly covered the whole thing up. Old clips are resurfacing. Old reactions are getting rewatched, and nothing looks the same anymore.
It's all about, watching how people handle rooms, okay? And I'm watching dynamics because from the outside you hear stuff, and then you're in the locker room. You're in the locker room.
Because once you start rewatching these clips with fresh eyes, they stop looking random. There is a moment from the 2012 All-Star introductions that people dismissed at the time. But now people are saying the vibe already felt off back then.
At guard, making his third appearance as an All-Star for the Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose.
And now the question is simple. Was Dwight always moving different inside NBA locker rooms? And people just ignored it. To understand that, you have to go back to when things first started breaking down. Before this whole story blew up publicly, Dwight himself explained something most fans completely overlooked. He compared playing with Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. And what he said exposed everything about locker room culture.
Kobe's an asshole. Not saying he's an asshole to me. I'm just saying like his personality, like he an asshole. He don't give a yeah. Bron give a he want everybody to like him. He want to joke around, laugh, have a good time. I just think they two ends of the.
And that difference matters more than people realize, because Dwight was stuck right in the middle of that clash, between Kobe's obsession and LeBron's warmth, trying to figure out where he fit. So when you put a personality like Dwight into a locker room built on tension and ego and dominance, something is bound to go wrong. And that is exactly what happened in LA. Because Dwight did not just have issues with Kobe. He had a direct moment with LeBron too. And what he said to LeBron's face, nobody expected.
All this that we doing, like, we gotta stop acting like just play basketball. Like, man, you the best player out here. Stop being go play.
I said that, man, and I got kicked off the Lakers. And I was like, yo, you gotta get back. And he got mad because I said something. And I was like, yo, stop acting like a bitch, man. God damn.
And fans believe that confrontation created a tension that never got fixed. Think about what that actually cost him. Calling out LeBron in front of teammates is not something that gets forgiven quietly. The isolation that follows is slow and gradual. People stop including you. Teammates become cordial instead of close. And the longer that distance stays in place, the more everything else about you starts getting examined under a different kind of light. Because for years there were whispers about Dwight Howard. Conversations that kept resurfacing every time his name trended. And those whispers never went away. Until Dwight addressed them directly.
Are you gay, bro?
Is this what you want to talk about?
No, I don't want to talk about that, bro.
So then why are we talking about it?
Because you went viral off of that, bro.
I've been viral for a lot of things.
And I want to talk about that too.
And what I do in my personal life is nobody fucking
Thank you.
business.
Thank you. I just want you to answer that.
I keep going. It's nobody.
That statement did not clear things up. If anything, it made people more curious, because fans did not hear a denial. They heard something being protected. Locker room tension. Teammate reactions, old clips. Suddenly it all started feeling connected. But the real reason this conversation exploded again is not old clips. It is what happened inside Dwight's own home just days ago. Everything in his personal life went public at once. A 911 call surfaced. His wife Amber said Dwight locked her outside their mansion in the rain.
It's raining, I'm embarrassed, I'm outside the gate, he locked me out again. I cannot keep being made to sleep in my car when my husband gets mad because he's a multi-millionaire and he's an NBA star.
Hearing that changes everything. Because now this is not just about basketball anymore. It is about what is really going on behind closed doors. And then things got worse. Police body cam footage showed Dwight and Amber arguing at the property, repeated visits. Tension confirmed on camera.
My wife wants to get in the house and she can't because you locked her out. Okay.
I got 2 witnesses here. And I'll
is there any way she can get in? Yeah.
That's a simple question.
No, go ahead.
Huh?
And by the way,
Hold
I
on.
will subpoena you if you lie on recording. So lie if you want to.
Hold on.
That type of person.
So tell me. So tell me, how do you know this situation?
We're just here doing pressure.
This is where everything flipped. The moment real footage drops. It stops being talk and starts becoming an investigation. People started looking back into Dwight's past. And that is when an older lawsuit came back into focus.
By a man for sexual assault.
I'm not gay.
In Georgia, the former NBA star is facing a lawsuit for multiple allegations, and he admitted some jaw-dropping details. It all started with a DM back in May 2021, where Howard exchanged numbers with a guy named Stephen Harper. 2 months later, Dwight invited him into his home, and they engaged in activity with a third individual, who was a man dressed.
Dwight was previously accused in a lawsuit by a man he met online. The accuser claimed the situation turned into assault. Dwight denied those claims and said everything was consensual. Legally, that is where things stand. But when that case started trending again, people did not see it as old news. They saw it as something that never got the full context it deserved. Because now fans were asking a different question. Was the locker room tension actually about personality, or about something deeper that players never talked about publicly? And once that question gets asked, it does not go away. Now this is where things take a turn nobody really saw coming. Because suddenly voices from Dwight's past started getting loud again. And just like that, Royce Reed, the mother of Dwight's son, found her way right back into the conversation. She shared stories about Dwight's parenting and said things that made fans question how long these issues had really been building behind the scenes.
I walk into a conversation that is being had with my 12-year-old son about he was having this conversation with our son along with 2 of his friends, and they were talking about heterosexual relationships, homosexual relationships, threesomes, where their G-spot was. And this is a bunch of dudes, y'all, talking to a 12-year-old.
And once Royce started talking, people began wondering if this had been unfolding for years. Then suddenly another moment went viral. Dwight's son Brillon went live on Instagram and started speaking about his father, complaining about promises that were never kept. The clip spread fast. And it added a completely different layer to this story, because now this was not just about rumors anymore. It was about family. And once family gets involved, people take things more seriously. But right when everything looked like it was falling apart, Dwight made a move nobody expected. He announced his retirement.
Correct. I'd rather see them.
And that's
grow.
what I said.
I'd rather put all that energy into them because I done put so much energy into my life.
Rick,
you know what I'm saying?
us
so
being
it's like,
us, yeah.
I want to see them.
We were selfish
succeed.
through our career in a way.
Nearly 20 years of basketball. Gone. And the timing made people look twice. Because it did not happen quietly. It happened right in the middle of total chaos. And then he dropped one line that stopped everything. A documentary is coming. The world will finally know the truth. That one line is why this story is not finished. People are not just watching the drama anymore, they are waiting for answers. But while that documentary is being made, the internet keeps doing what it always does. And not all of the reactions were serious. There is a clip of comedian Ali Sadiq that went completely viral, and the room could not stop laughing.
You see, I went on Dwight.
I saw that.
We doing the show, right? And I see him keep shifting. I'm like this, because he was drinking these nectar juices. I'm like, yeah, that pulp and his stomach lining out right now. Then next thing I know, he get up and it wasn't his knees. I was like, yo, you trying to crunch that stomach to get out of there because you about doodle on yourself. But then he gone, right? 45 minutes.
And then there is another moment where Mona jokes about Dwight having one of the strangest injuries in NBA history.
Dwight Howard got the only butt injury in NBA history.
In the history of NBA, you the only one and you got your hurt. We looked that up early. That is a fact.
These clips might feel random at first, but they all point to the same thing. Dwight Howard has always been a little different. And even inside the NBA, reactions have been mixed. Shaquille O'Neal publicly distanced himself, said he does not care about Dwight and will not mention him again. When a 4-time champion draws that line deliberately, it says everything about how that relationship really was behind the scenes. But not everyone walked away. Some players came out and defended him, and Danny Green was one of them.
He's an amazing teammate. He's an amazing player. You know, he did some unbelievable things as Superman when he was in Orlando. Even after that, even had back problems, and he was a huge, intricate piece to us winning a championship.
Former teammates praised him as a key piece of championship teams, said he was a great presence during certain stretches of his career. So now you have two completely different narratives sitting right next to each other. One says Dwight was misunderstood, a complicated person who never got a fair reading. The other says the signs were always there and the league chose to look away. When you line everything up, the 911 call, the lawsuit, the body cam footage, the son going live, the retirement timed in the middle of chaos, It stops looking like separate events. It starts looking like one story. That was always heading toward this moment. The documentary is coming. Either we get the full truth for the first time, or we get one more carefully managed version of a story controlled from the inside for 20 years. Drop a comment right now. Do you think the NBA knew what was happening and stayed quiet, or has this all been taken completely out of context? Tell us exactly what you think.